welcome to our class on thoracic mobility. We're going to start off with a cat-cow stretch, so tucking that pelvis under and pushing through those arms. We're going to flex and then extend and open. Round, tuck, look at the belly button and extend forward, really pushing the buttocks out. Let's go ahead and find our all four position. So we're ensuring that the shoulders are directly above those wrists and the hips above the knees. Just rotate those elbows to face the back of the room, therefore closing the armpit. Inhale to prepare and exhale, you're going to round and tuck. Inhale, extend forward, push the buttocks out, look up, and exhale, round. I'm going to do 6 of these. Lovely warm-up exercise for the spine. And round. Really use those arms to deepen yourself into the stretch. And round for 4. You want to lean back slightly as well. So inhale, look up, and exhale, round. And on the 6th rep, we're going to move into rocking. So we're going to rock towards the heels. So round for the 6th one, and down you go on the exhale. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. We're now going to push down into a shell stretch, which is also commonly known as your child's pose. And I've given you a modification here in case you have injured knees or you struggle with your knees. If you lie on your back and pull your legs in, your knees in, you have more control over it. And just hold this position and rest and breathe. This is one side breathing. We're going to place our hand next to our shin. And with the opposite arm, you will draw it across your body and hold the position. And then you'll roll back up onto your heels and move over to the other side, stretching all the way down the side of the body. Lengthen through that spine, inhale. Place the right hand down next to right shin and take the left hand over the body. And hold this position for as long as it feels good and roll up. Inhale at the top, lengthen, place that left hand next to left shin, right hand goes over the body. If you push that left hand into the mat further, you will rotate the right side of the body down towards the mat, which will essentially stretch your lats as well as your arm. And when you're ready, roll up through the spine, lengthen, hold into the inner thighs, and open those shoulders, bringing the shoulder blades together. We're going to do protraction, retraction on all fours. And as you'll notice, my elbows are locked. And I'm just allowing my body to drop down, bringing the shoulder blades together. And then coming up again. So let's give that a try. Remembering to keep the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over those knees. Looking for our neutral spine. Lock those elbows. Inhale and exhale, down you go. It's actually a very difficult movement. You'll probably make your arms shake, but that's okay. It indicates that you're really working here. Inhale up and exhale. Allow those shoulder blades to almost touch each other. Inhale up and exhale down. Don't lose that neutral spine. You're going to do 2 more reps. Inhale and exhale. Notice how my head and neck are straight, they're not dropping. It's very important to keep your alignment. And last one. Brilliant. Let's move back down into our shell stretch. Just reaching those arms in front, pushing through those hands. And you're just resting in this pose until such point that you can roll up through the spine and use the thighs to open the chest. And release it. Let's move into our spine twist now. We're going to place our right hand on right rib cage to twist on the exhale. Inhale, hold, and exhale, down you go. Let's go to the other side. Inhale up to the rib cage, exhale, twist. Inhale, hold the position, and exhale, down you go. Let's give that a bash. Finding our correct stance to begin with, and we'll start with the right hand side. So inhale that right hand to right rib cage and exhale, twist. Look towards the ceiling, the corner of the room. Your gaze is very important because it helps to assist with the positioning of the head, and your head is a continuation of your spine, and we can't see our head, so our eyesight actually really helps with the movement of our head. And also ensure that your weight is distributed onto the hand that's on the mat. What tends to happen is when we twist, we'll lean back. So always ensure that you're leaning forward. Okay, so we're going on to our 5th rep. So inhale up and exhale, twist. That arm is really flush with your body. Always returning that hand to its original position. Up you go and exhale for 6. So you can really see there's a lot of precision here, another one of the very important Pilates principles. Practicing these positions, practicing alignment. There's a lot to think about, but with time it all just comes together. Just ensure that those hips remain forward, they don't turn with a twist. And then let's go down and finish up with our last rep. And exhale. Brilliant, well done. Okay, let's just release that into our shell stretch. We're stretching out that lower back and releasing those spinal extensors. When you're ready, slowly roll up into your seated position and open that chest once more. For our thread the needle exercise, we'll be extending the arm up towards the ceiling and exhale to thread that arm between the opposite arm and leg. And what we're going to do is we're going to thread it so that the arm and shoulder hover just above the mat. And then on our third rep, we will then lower the shoulder down to the mat and extend the opposite arm overhead. So we're getting onto all fours, finding our starting position. And we're going to begin by extending that arm up to the ceiling, the right arm, and exhaling, threading it through. Use your gaze to follow your hand. We're in our second rep. Inhale up, look at the hand, and exhale, thread it through. Remember, we're now lowering that shoulder onto the mat and extending that arm above our head, and hold it there and allow the body and the spine to stretch. Take 2 to 3 breaths per side. Let's then take the hand back to where it was, extend up towards the ceiling and lower. Other side. Up you go with the left hand and exhale, thread it through, hover above the mat. Inhale up, look at that hand, exhale, take it through. One more time, extend and lower that shoulder down, stretch that arm overhead and hold and breathe. Taking deep inhalations and exhalations. And then taking that hand back to its original position, extending the arm up towards the ceiling and lowering back down. Great, let's just push back into our shell stretch. Moving on to our swimming from our all four position. We'll be extending our arm and opposite leg up to hip height and shoulder height, and then coming back down to the mat, and then move over to the opposite side. This exercise is a real test of core strength. Let's go ahead and find our starting position on all fours. So the shoulders are directly over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Zip up through that belly button, inhale to engage, and exhale, take the right arm, left leg up, and hold the position. Down you go, and exhale up to the other side. Now with this exercise, I would really suggest that you practice it in front of a mirror, because what tends to happen is the leg will come up too high and then the hips will move out of alignment with one another. You always want to ensure that they remain level. Also remember to lower that knee and hand back to its original position on the mat. We're on to our fifth rep. The breathing is very important as well. So we'll inhale to prepare, exhale, extend, inhale, hold, and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, extend to the other side. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. So the breath really regulates the speed of the movement. Remember to lengthen through that head and neck, just ensuring that it doesn't drop. So continue to look towards the mat. We're going on to our last rep now. Exhale, extend. Inhale, hold the position, and exhale down. Okay, release it out into your shell stretch. For seated extension and flexion, we're literally going from our shell stretch up into our seated position, and we'll use our knees to round through the back and also to pull us open into extension. If you have a couple of blocks available, you can sit on those if you struggle with your knees. Otherwise, let's get into our starting position. We're going to roll up onto our heels. As you can see, you can also sit on the mat and move through this exercise in exactly the same way. Let's go for one exhale. Then we'll inhale forward and open that chest and neck, looking up. Exhale, round, use those knees as resistance to round further into the stretch. And inhale forward, exhale. Let's go into our last rep after this one. Exhale for 4. It's really important that we get our lower back protected before we move into swan dive. As you can see, there's a little gap between my tummy and the mat. And how you achieve this is to squeeze the glutes, push the pubic bone into the mat, and the hip bones will naturally want to come up. That's what you want to try and achieve before you hinge up. Open the chest, lower the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, push the pubic bone into the mat, and really draw that navel into spine. Let's get into our starting position. Our feet are to the width of the mat with the feet externally rotated. Place the arms at the side of the body so that the hands are in line with the head. Inhale, find your position, lift that tummy, squeeze those glutes, and exhale, come up and hinge. So look just in front of the mat. Again, your gaze is very, very important. We'll do 4 of these. And lower. Inhale, find your spinal position again, and exhale, hinge. Lower the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades together. Don't collapse. And one more. And release it down. Let's counteract that with our shell stretch. So flexing through the spine, stretching it out, rocking from side to side a little bit if you want to, until eventually you're rolling up. And maybe just move those shoulders a little bit, just because we really worked the arms and the shoulders in our swan dive. Our breaststroke position will be the same as it was for swan dive, except our arms will be lengthened down by our sides. And so you're pushing that pubic bone into the mat, squeezing the glutes, and the hip bones are elevated. You'll then inhale to prepare to exhale, bring the body up, and rotate the arms so that the thumbs face the ceiling. And what this will do is it will encourage the shoulder blades to come together, building the muscles in the back and improving our posture. From this position, you will then rotate the body over to the side of the room on the exhale. And so the opposite shoulder will be touching the mat, and you'll be opening the chest and really trying to externally rotate the arm to bring the shoulder blade in towards the spine. We're in our starting position. Our arms are down by our sides. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, bring the upper body up, externally rotate those hands. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, face the right side of the room. Inhale, hold the position, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale, hold, and rotate. And remember, as you twist, you want to actually land on the shoulder and open. Use your eyes again, look up. And 6, last one. And release it out. Brilliant. Just push back here. And when you're ready, roll up into your seated position. Thank you for joining me, and see you in our next class.